Hello listeners, this is Steve from MakCorp Data Resources and happy to be sharing all the project updates for last week ending the 13th of December 2024. For those of you that don't know what MakCorp do, we have all the ASX resource stocks in one platform that allow you to do research, comparisons, see trends, analysis, mergers and acquisitions, and also lots of reporting and data, including projects, which we're going to focus on today. So without further ado, let's look at the projects updates for last week. There are 169 ASX resource stocks with a project update last week, which equated to 207 projects. Therefore, this shows that they're all active. When you're not looking at current projects that are active, you'll see total projects and the number that are active there. As we scroll down, I look more at the priority commodity, and you've also got what I call the byproduct of a project. But if we look at the priority, we can see most of the projects were on gold, copper, lithium, rare earths, nickel, uranium, silver, antimony, cobalt, zinc, graphite, niobium, platinum, lead, and manganese. We scroll down, we see the project stages. Most are in exploration, a few acquisitions or update with acquisitions, discoveries. Now again, those discoveries could be ongoing, so there might have been a discovery 6 months ago and they're just doing some updates. Production, so projects in production, and then advanced studies, PFS or pre-feasibility, pre-development, scoping study, feasibility, projects that were sold, projects in construction, definitive or DFS, joint ventures, and also ones where companies have withdrawn or relinquished a project. This gives you all the overview, the project stages and their meaning or what their phase. Then we come into project activities. Field work is the majority of this last week's updates. Any drilling completed, drilling current. Now a lot of investors look at those sort of project activities, especially if drilling's in the middle of a campaign and they're expecting good results to come out potentially on a project. Drilling no results just means that if there's 4 or 5 commodities in a project, some of the commodities may have no SA results. So we call that no drilling results. JORC, which is any resource update. Joint ventures, metallurgy, production updates, study updates, any project sold, for sale, drilling commencing, offtake agreements, and again withdrawn, relinquished. And again, we have an outline of all the different projects, activities and their meaning. Then we come down to project locations by country. So Australia is the predominant one, followed by Brazil, United States of America, Namibia, Canada, Argentina, Austria, Cote d'Ivoire, Serbia, and Chile. And then something we have that most other platforms don't have in this nature are project regions or area. So Eastern Goldfields is in Western Australia, one of the biggest regions in the world. Murchison also located in Western Australia and one of my favourite jurisdictions. We've got a few clients including WA8 and OCT, both looking at gold and antimony, OCT also rare earths as well. Pilbara region also in Western Australia, so lots of activity and updates in Western Australia's projects. Lachlan Fold is New South Wales, Kimberley against WA, and so on. Then we come down to, this gives you a quick project overview and activity that's happening with each, and it's sorted by alphabetical order. We can sort by anything here, so we can sort by date, we can sort by market cap. We don't need to see a link, but we can click on those links at any time to see the full announcement and any additional information that we might want to read. But I'll scroll down because we can break this down to how we want, but we'll come back to this table. Just a full raw data table of all the project data, which can be exported to Excel and sorted how you see fit. Then we come down to drilling. So the first two tables, we have two types of drilling we collect. The first is by the best grade. So we can see AMD had aluminium bauxite grades released, drilling completed, name of the project, area, region if applicable. Sometimes the companies don't indicate a region or area. Market cap, the grade. So as I mentioned, we sort this by the best grades, the intersect of the best grade, the depth of the best grade, and the grams per tonne per metre or percentage per metre on the drilling result. Then the overview of the drilling, and along with the announcement link as well, if you want to read more detail about the drilling campaign. So you can see all the drilling results by commodity, by company, the date they were released, etc. Then we scroll down a little bit further, and these are drilling results by best intersect. So the best intersect last week was ARN, AX code ARN, with their niobium drilling, and it had an intersect of 128 metres with a grade of 0.96 at 176 metres depth, and that's the grams per tonne or percentage per metre result on the drilling. And again, an overview of the drilling and a link to the announcement. So quite a lot of information there. And again, like I mentioned above, can be sorted any which way you want to. We scroll down a little bit further, and then we have the top 10 by average grade, intersect depth, JORC by region or area. This is much better to look at when we're not focused on just 1 week of updates, because you can then see by commodity, by region, you know, the best average grades, etc. for each region. We scroll down, it's just some graphs on the drilling by commodity. So there was more drilling or project activity on gold, copper, silver, lead, zinc, nickel, iron ore, lithium, cobalt, and arsenic. When we scroll down, we can see any MPV or study releases updates for the week. And with each update, with each MPV, we can see the MPV or the net project value. We can see the current market cap, the capex to build or to get the project going, and the all sustaining costs per ounce or per tonne. So it depends on the commodity they're doing. So that's quite helpful. Then we have a table with the same information, just a little bit easy to read. Scroll down a bit further, we have the top 10 by EV versus resource or cost. And then we have any JORC updates for the week by commodity, and you can see each of the JORC, what it is, what commodity it is, and how much resource indicated, inferred, or measured. And again, we just have a table outlining the same thing. Now, again, some of these are better looking when we're not filtered on anything, so we can see the big picture. Because we have JORC by companies, JORC by commodity, and JORC by area region. So again, much better to look at, and JORC by project stage. So that's the main thing to sort of go through. Now I'll just show you some ways of sorting through this, of how we can look at the activity that's happened this week. And what we'll start with the activity here, and we'll just look at drilling results. So if we look at drilling completed, I can filter anywhere on visuals or any data point throughout this screen. So I've just clicked the positive or plus sign there, and now that will filter on just drilling completed for the week. So if I scroll back up, we can see that it's reduced from 169 codes to 42, with 46 projects that have had drilling results. Again, we can see what commodities have had the drilling results and what stages and etc. they're in, locations. But as we scroll down, so we can see the code that had the drilling result, the name of the project, the commodity, activity type is obviously drilling completed because assays have been released, the date it was released, current market cap, area region, the grade, the intersect, the depth, and the grams per tonne per metre drilled, or the percentage per metre drilled, and the overview of the drilling results. But it looks much better if we just focus on one, so I'll choose gold for this one. So now we can see all the assays released last week, and we can do comparisons. We can sort by commodity, by grade. So from best grade to worst grade. So who had the best hits, and you can see the code, the project name. We know we're looking at gold. It's completed assays or assays released, the date, current market cap, and the region, and the results. Now, some of the things I look at, if we scroll down, we can look at the drilling results also down here, but we can also look at like best intersect, which is generally the way I like to look at it. Now, remembering we're just filtered on gold, so I'm just going to scroll down a little bit here and go back across. Now, one of the things I'm also going to show you is I only like to see drilling results for gold with 2 grams per tonne or higher. So here we've got lots of different filters. So I can look at best grade, and I can say I want the minimum grade to be 2, or the intersect grade to be 2. So there's 2 types of grades to look at, either best grade or intersect grade. So I will just choose best grade, and you'll notice that this number will reduce further. We're down to 21 now, and we can scroll back down to the drilling, and we can look at by best grade or by intersect. And again, I might choose the grade 2 grams per tonne, so I might just sort that by best grade, and then I can see 56 metre intersect with 4.1 grams per tonne, and we just scroll back across so we can see who that is, and that's KZR. So you can sort by many different aspects of the data to how you want to see it. And then I'll finish on this update with my 2 clients. So if I just take those 2 filters off, or 3 filters off that we're looking at, or 2 filters, we'll leave the drilling project activity date there, and it should go back to I think it was 169 ASX codes. Now you'll notice the speeds are slightly a little bit slow. I've got to take the grams per tonne off as well, filter. And then we should go back to I think it was 169. Yeah, the speed's a little bit slow. It will be fixed. Let's just take that off that way. Now, have I got any other filters on? The speed issue will be fixed by Friday. So we're currently at Wednesday, and that will be a lot quicker. Things will happen within 2 to 5 seconds rather than more seconds. So we're back to the 169. So I can simply see, I want to look at maybe someone on my current investment list or watch list, but I'm going to choose my 2 of my clients that I know have had releases this week. WA8 is one, and the other one is OCT. And I can scroll down then and see what activity they released this week. So I can sort by code, I can sort by project, I can sort by commodity, whatever I want to look at, and we can see what was released this week. as far as, say, with OCT, there was additional antinomy targets released on an announcement, and WA8 was more metallurgy on the antinomy. So that's the way the projects can be used, as far as just looking, by a certain week, or you can filter on many other aspects, as you can see, not just last week. So hopefully that gives you some good insights as to the way you can use the MakCorp projects data. Our subscription start at $895 and then move up depending on whether you're a retail investor or a company or sophisticated investor. But if there's any inquiries or you want to see more of what MakCorp can offer, please email me at steve, S-T-E-V-E, at MakCorp, MakCorp.net.au, and look forward to any feedback that you've got. If you think there's any more data that you'd like included in the system, again, email me and we'll look at adding it. But it must be in an announcement for us to add any additional data to the system. And just to give you some insights on that, we started in 2019 with around 100 data points. We're now got in excess of 600 and growing. All right, thanks everybody, and look forward to any feedback that you might have. Thanks for watching and listening.